Hi, and welcome to this important focus on plagiarism and how to prevent, detect, and deal with plagiarism in your DE class. Plagiarism refers to the lifting of information from non-original sources and using that as one's own work in a DE class. It's nothing short of an epidemic in DE education. I have caught plagiarism numerous times. I've seen it not just in my classes, but other instructors' classes as they shared it with me or I've evaluated those classes. It's really an epidemic, and one of the reasons for that is if I'm, on my keyboard working on my DE class as a student, it is just so easy for me to, instead of writing that paper, look up a paper, hit Control-C, Control-V into my Canvas shell, submit assignment, and there you go, I'm done. It's really an epidemic, and we've seen it growing over the years exponentially, and we really have to have a line in the sand to deal with plagiarism and academic dishonesty. Now, I want to recommend to you that you really not just read this, but have this in your Canvas shell. I have the PDF available for you. This is the college's standards and policies specific to academic dishonesty and plagiarism. I was on the committee along with 2 or 3 other faculty members. We drafted this ages ago, and we really felt like enough's enough. We have to deal with plagiarism. At the time, actually, most of us were teaching face-to-face classes, and we were thinking of it in the face-to-face classroom context. As DE has rolled out, and I've been teaching DE since 2005, it's become an epidemic. And step 1 is to say you cannot plagiarize in the class. Here are the policies, and here is the enforcement. And this includes removal from class, removal from the college, removal from student activities on campus, like if you're a student leader. So it's very serious. Here are some of the penalties. This details enforcement. Please, please, please have this included in your Canvas shell, because all of us need to take a stand collectively as faculty at LTCC in terms of plagiarism and academic dishonesty. So there are quite a few technologies that you can use out there. This is not a system we currently have. We have something called VeriCite. I'm not going to show that to you today. I may have another video or training on VeriCite. Basically, anytime you set up an assignment, you click a box that says set up VeriCite assignment. This is actually a different program, but I'm showing you how extreme some of the plagiarism is. This was the students' work in the class, and as you can see, compare only a few words of all these 100 words are maybe original, who knows. But this is direct cut and paste from the internet into Canvas. So this is what we're talking about when you maybe encounter some things in your class. Again, there are ways early on to detect if work doesn't sound original, if some of the language or vocabulary seems too advanced for some of your students, or whatever the case might be, put it through the plagiarism check. And by all means, if you can set up that assignment with the VeriCite check from the beginning, it hopefully will deter some students from plagiarizing. So here are some reflections on plagiarism. First off, use the LTCC Plagiarism app for all assignments if possible. So that is just the VeriCite tool within your assignment tab. Include links to LTCC's policies, as I just showed you, and also include your own specific course policy on plagiarism. What are the penalties? What will happen to the student on the first occasion, the second occasion, and so forth? Lay all that out on your syllabus and your Canvas shell. Third, look out for plagiarism in the class discussions in Canvas. I know a lot of faculty who are very good about checking for plagiarism in their assignments, but I've seen significant plagiarism in the class discussions. If you have some assignment in a philosophical topic, it's probably pretty easy to find that on the internet, cut and paste, put that in there. Maybe they change the first sentence and the last sentence or a few words. So please be on the lookout for that in your class discussions as well as in your class assignments. We all need to combat plagiarism in our DE classes, so let's take a stand today and say no to plagiarism and really be focused on this issue from day 1 in all of our Canvas classes here at LTCC. At this point, please continue to your next block.